buddy.
Newspaper person.
He's wearing the same shirt.
I win.
Oh.
You do. You win.
You see Zach out there?
All right, well, 7 o'clock. Time for our.
The
Our
12th.
September 12th version of Benton City Council. Can I get a call to order and roll call, please?
Elwick,
Here.
Hesenius,
I am here.
Fluhop,
Riley. Riley. Let's see here.
Raker,
Here.
Stark Mahood.
Here.
Well, he's
Riley, can you hear us?
Riley.
No.
Oh, there you are.
something.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written? Oh, sorry, I missed one. Sorry. We all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Riley got me all messed up. Thanks for joining us, Zach. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now item 3. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
Motion.
With one amendment, I have to move item 8R, or are we going to leave it on there and discuss, or whatever it was?
You want to take item R and remove that, Nate?
I guess if you
We just
wanna
don't have to
discuss
approve
it
the
and table
motion.
it, that's up to you.
That would be the time for you to talk about it, though.
We've covered them. It's just my recommendation would be to not act on it tonight. Table it. So you can leave it on if you want to discuss it.
Yes, I think we ought to leave it on there.
Okay.
We can do that in Q though, can't we?
Yes, you could.
All right, so one amendment, we'd like to remove new business item 8R. Can I get a motion for that?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Ron. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as written?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Zach. Anybody got any questions on that? Only question I had is why we bought a new Nappi tailgate.
Does pump fell over and bent it.
That's not very good.
It's all strapped down too, so.
Strap downs in such a way that it would fall over and damage the tailgate.
Apparently, yes.
Okay.
I will agree with you there.
That was my only question. Anybody else? Big agenda, so we're gonna keep moving on. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, now it's time to receive and file communication petitions, remonstrances. Any oral written? We have received one.
It's like two.
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 Two, right?
One on your
But-
desk. That one, and there's one in your packet.
But
Oh, I
the
got
one,
one in the packet. Sorry, we got two.
and the one in the packet will be addressed under public comments.
Okay.
Please look them both over, they both approached me.
All right, any others? So filed. Moving on to committee reports. Don't know that we had any.
We did.
Oh, we
Yes.
did.
We did. Business type activities met.
Perfect.
I put a handout on your desk, a picture of the overhead. Council was approached by Hanson and Tippett regarding purchasing that lot that's highlighted on your photo. So we met, we decided we would recommend to council to go ahead and sell that lot to them. Regarding the Martin transaction, purchasing that piece in the back to make it square, we'll let Tippett and Hanson deal with the Martin thing once they own it. That's our suggestion to council.
Let's see, that'll be on our next agenda. Thank you. Any other committees? All right, moving on. Now is the time for citizen input. Council won't take any action on public comments this meeting, but may do so at a future meeting. So please limit your presentation to 3 minutes before this little pink timer runs out. I assume, Pastor Hahn, you would like to speak.
Oh, okay. All right. Pastor Hans Böckschner. I'm the minister at the Presbyterian Church, but I'm not here as the minister of the Presbyterian Church. I'm just here as what they call a concerned citizens. And I submitted to you guys a paper, a memorandum in which I laid out a plan for an alternative use of the old school for the blind. I did talk with Chris Word about it. He'd done some excellent work on making the old building, trying to make it useful. But what the developers suggested, I've seen this, it doesn't work. So if you guys, they have not succeeded in turning the old school into apartments or business spaces, and I do not see that anybody ever will be able to do that in a way that financially makes sense, because we do have apartments in Winton, we do have business space already, which is way cheaper and easier. So I suggest that we turn the old school into a casino, which is an expansion of the original notion of making it a venue for formal affairs, and but make it a casino that stands out. It is a very unique building. I still haven't been able to walk it. To tell you if it actually can be done, I have to walk it first. But I have seen stuff like that happen. First of all, I know old buildings because I'm a minister. I'm sorry. So old buildings are par for the course for me. My father was in the business of deciding what constituted a monument for the city of Vienna and for how to maintain them, which meant some of the city's ancient buildings were repurposed. So, and this can be done. It is way more likely than you think. I laid out a very simplified business plan for you guys on the piece of paper I did. It would take some political will. It would be easy to derail, but I think it can be done. And I think politicians would fly on this. How unsavory can I get in my language?
You can't get
You heard me
inside.
before the meeting.
It is my opinion. Politicians would fly on a project like this, like flies on dog shit.
There you go. That wasn't too bad.
That was pretty mild. We appreciate that. So, a couple comments back. Right now, we're in the middle of an agreement, well, toward the tail end of an agreement with the developers, which will be coming to a fruition here in 3 months.
Yes, 3 months.
One way or the other. And at that time, we'll be making some pretty major decisions on which way to go.
So you guys can say thank you to me that you have a plan B now.
Thank you that we
Yes.
have a plan B
Thank
now.
Yep.
And perhaps we ought to get your father over here to help us do that.
Well, I don't think that would be very savvy. Dad has died, for 12 years ago.
And tell me it wasn't for repurposing buildings in Vienna.
No. He died of cigarettes. I reckon it came with the time. So,
Super.
yeah.
Well, we got it, and we know what the plan B is.
If you have any questions, there's way more than I know. But when I make a proposal like that, this is the bottom line.
Okay.
Is it gonna be easy? No, it would not be easy. Can it be done? Oh yes, it can be done. But the benefits for the town, you guys, you cannot even begin to imagine what the consequences would be of having a casino which is aimed towards big spenders and high rollers in a small town. It would be a brand new ball game.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely will.
All right, guys.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
hearing
it.
me out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other citizens input? Anybody else on there? Nope. You're later, you're later, you're later. All right. Oh, you don't have to stay if you don't want, unless you want to enjoy my company a little bit.
No, I want to hear what you guys do.
Okay.
It's gonna go fast from here on out, so.
Fast as you can, yeah. Let's see if we can beat our session meetings. That should be easy.
I can do this faster than your sermon.
That is a challenge, man. I gotta look at the clock now.
You put her on there.
I pay you a beer if you're faster than my sermon.
All right.
20 minutes.
You guys ready? The gauntlet has been thrown, so. All right. Old business. Now I need a motion to approve of a quote from Thompson Cannon for gutter replacement on City Hall.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Andrew. Did they get back to you yet?
Yes, so he came out and looked. He's comfortable. Everything looks good right now. He said, of course, there may be the unexpected once they take a piece of gutter off. He said if they run into that situation, they won't replace anything. They won't do anything before talking to us, giving us some dollar amounts. They would do that work as well as part of the gutter replacement if we run into that.
Change order.
But he said
Thinking a 90-year-old building's not gonna have some
I
surprises?
understand that. I know.
the one thing he did say, our existing gutter fell off because of snow, not because of rotten wood. So that gave him a little bit of faith too that the rest of the building would be in a similar condition.
I checked it out. Looks good to me. So.
Roll call.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop.
Yes.
Alrighty, so we have a laundry list of housekeeping we gotta do from the new laws that went into July 1st, and we are going to whip through these unless you guys got specific questions on them. I hope you reviewed them. She sent out cheap sheets, so you're ready? New business item A, need a motion for first consideration orders 1101, ordinance amending provisions pertaining to pedestrians right of way.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Zach. Anybody got questions? Roll call.
Hesenius,
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Fluhop.
Yes.
All right, item B, now I need a motion for first consideration ordinance 1102, an ordinance adding a new section pertaining to adult establishment nuisances.
Motion. Second.
Zach, seconded by Wes. Anybody got questions on that one? Roll call, please.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
All right, item C, now I need a motion for first consideration ordinance 1103, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to electronic meetings.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Zach. Anybody got questions on that one? This is what's allowing
Yes.
Riley to be here tonight. Roll call.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yep.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yep.
All right, item D, now I need a motion for first consideration ordinance 1104, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to operating budget preparation.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wes, seconded by Zach. Anybody got a question on that? We've kind of been through the system already once, so. Roll call.
Raker,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yep.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
All right, moving on to item E, first consideration ordinance 1105, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to publication of minutes.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Zach. Not much change here, just gave you a couple more days the way I saw it, so. Roll call.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yep.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
All right, moving on to item F, first consideration ordinance 1106, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to bond requirements.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Tammy. This is something that the council or the city already covers for all council members and mayor and people like that, so. Any questions? Roll call.
Raker,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yeah.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Item G, now I need a motion for first consideration ordinance 1107, ordinance amending provisions pertaining to fire officials' authority to cite violations.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Wes. kind of grants our fire department some authority if they go somewhere. Did I get that? Any questions? Roll call.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Husenius.
Yep.
Parmenter.
Yes.
All right, item 8, now I need approval of resolution to approve tax abatement of the city portion of taxes for Edwards Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Ron, so this would be for 80% of the improvements they did to the lot.
Yep, and third and final year, Mr. Mayor, council.
Tax abatement on the improvements only.
Yes, only improvements only, 80%.
For 3 years.
And this is year 3.
Any questions? More questions? Roll call.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Husenius.
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
All right, now I need a motion for approval of resolution approving a request for abatement of accrued property taxes and exemption from taxation on property owned by the city of Benton from date of acquisition, city acquisition forward parcel ID 24052-650. Don't everybody jump at once.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Andrew. Where's this one at, Chris?
This one is, we received a tax bill for this, and actually, according to our city attorney, council needs to pass this resolution so I can go next week to the Board of Supervisors to have those taxes abated.
And
This is
this
the-
Fisher lot?
This is the former Hootman House
Oh.
on West Fifth.
Yes.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Husenius.
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker.
Yes.
All right, item J, now need a motion approval of resolution approving request for abatement of accrued property taxes and exemption for taxation of property owned by the city of Benton from date of city acquisition forward. Parcel ID 2409295.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zach, seconded by Tammy. Second verse, same as the first,
Correct, Mr. Mayor.
just a different spot.
Yes.
This is the vacant lot we acquired on West Sixth Street that we're in transition with Mr. Sellers on.
Sellers.
Roll call.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Husenius.
Yes. All right, okay, now I need a motion approval of resolution to declare certain city property as surplus property.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Andrew, seconded by Zach. Anybody got any questions on that? Roll call.
Raker,
Yes.
Husenius.
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Parmenter.
Yes.
All right, item L, now I need approval, motion for approval of resolution to approve cost share proposal with Abdo Financial Solutions.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Andrew, second by Ron. Melissa, you wanna give us a rundown on that one?
Sure do. So in front of you is a resolution to cost share some work being done by Abdo Financial Solutions. Little context. I am behind in some of our bank reconciliations, specifically the city and the city general and the electric bank accounts, which is causing a delay in our audits to be completed. Our audit firm is currently working on fiscal year 22. So I came into what I feel like was a messy situation, no training, nothing from the previous clerk. We quickly rolled into new software, and the telecom utility was just starting to pick up customers. I tell you this as not as an excuse, but contributing factors to my struggles. I take responsibility for the situation, and I understand it needs to be rectified right away. I've spent hours at home working on this. I've lost sleep over it. I'm at the point where I need help, outside help to fix this. On Tuesday night, the electric utility signed an agreement with Abdo, an accounting firm, to help. The anticipated cost could be upwards of $45,000, and the timeline to complete the work would be the end of our calendar year. because the work is being done on behalf of the city, the resolution in front of you tonight would be to commit to paying for whatever work is done on behalf of the city. The electric revenues cannot pay for things that are not electric related. So once our work with Abdo is complete, the task of monthly bank recs and reporting becomes manageable. Once we're at that point, I'm confident I'll be able to stay current. We do have an initial meeting with Abdo scheduled for Monday to get things started. So I'm asking for your help tonight to approve the resolution. I need help.
So, just to kind of add on to that a little bit, IVIN was a great thing for the community. And what I feel has happened is that we pushed so hard to get the IVIN going, we didn't think it all the way through about how we're gonna handle the books. From day one, IVIN should have had separate books, separate from the utility, separate from the city of Vinton. So now IVIN, the Vinton Electric, and our general fund are so commingled and not sharing which ledger entry goes to which entity. Anybody without an advanced degree in CPA is not going to figure it out. So that's why we need to hire professionals to get us caught up, give us some training how to identify that and get our books separated. I thank you for owning up. I appreciate that. But we got to get it solved, and let's get it solved now and have it be on the right path going forward. That's my opinion. But that is all up to you guys. So we got a motion on the table, and I think our discussion with VMU, and I think Andrew Talley, he's been kind of leading this charge for me because while I'm out, he's available to go around and talk to everybody. But I think our discussion was basically it's going to get split 3 ways between VIVIN, VMU, and us. So that seemed to be the easiest method, and it satisfies all our regulations. So.
Once it's current, is Abdo staying on for them, or?
No, as of right now, no. They offer a lot of additional services we could explore if the council or the electric board wanted to. They do this for some cities completely. So no, not at this point.
Let's get through the current
Yeah,
stuff,
so
and then we
it'll
can
be
have
worth
that conversation.
revisiting in December. Okay.
They offer training. They will sit down and look at our practices and say, well, maybe you should do it this way instead. So they'll offer recommendations too, which we're looking forward to.
And to our point, we have been working on this for quite some time, trying to get to a point of a resolution how we got to do it. We thought we could get through it. It just became that it was so intertwined, it was just impossible. So, if we don't have any further discussion on that, I will ask for a roll call.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Senius,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Fluhop.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item M. I name a motion for approval of resolution approving issuance and use of credit cards for official purchases.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Andrew, second by Ron. So this is basically reallocating people.
No, this resolution had already existed, was on file with Farmer Savings Bank. The one thing it did not have in there that they are asking for is proof that the city clerk can order the credit cards for the employees. So they just needed that piece added. We threw it in that bottom part of the resolution. So we're not switching cards, we're not changing limits, we're not doing any of that, we're just.
All righty. Roll call.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Hasenius,
Yep.
Elwick.
Yes.
All right, moving on to item M. Now I need a motion approval of resolution to allow permission for the sale of certain real property by the Vinton Braille School LLC. Corrective.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Andrew.
It's just a name change, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
It's the same as last meeting, it's just only the actual name of the company this time. They apparently have a different name than what we were told the last time, so it's the same entity, it's the same resolution.
Perfect. Roll call, please.
Stark Hood,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Hastenius, Fluhop,
Yes.
Breaker.
Yes.
All right, moving on to item O. I need a motion approval of passment number 7, the Woodruff construction for the wastewater treatment plant improvements.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Tammy. I did reach out to Emily last night about the mobilization cost. Since we're a SUDAS town, that typically doesn't get paid out the way it did, but she said their contract is written differently, that they could apply for 100% of mobilization at this point of the contract. So that was actually my only big question on it. Craig, do you have any issues about where it's at? Have you seen it?
We had the meeting last week.
You know,
So far, knock on wood, they're still on track.
yep. We only have one change order. I think there might be another one coming. We're adding a door to the electrical room for a safety issue, I think, is what they're supposed to be proposing.
Correct. And there's some colors there for you to look through, Mr. Mayor, I believe.
That's you and the team to figure that out, however you want to get.
I hope you're looking at Craig.
Perhaps we'll engage Pastor Han to do that. Black with white trim. I'm with you. You're welcome for that, by the way. All right. Anybody got questions? Roll call.
Breaker,
Yes.
Hastenius,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Stark Hood,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
All right. Now moving on to item P. I need a motion approval of change order Rachi Construction for West First Street reconstruction.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Andrew, second by Zach. What do you got? Nate?
In front of you is change order for liquidated damages on the project. This is what the DOT had suggested, rather than charge the maximum liquidated damage possible. In discussions that the contractor's kind of been punished enough, so to speak, by having to replace all the pavement. There's long explanation in here on how we arrived at that, but basically this is to cover the additional costs that we had, that we charged the city for the work that otherwise would not have been required for that pavement replacement, as well as going over the original contract days, working days. So, you're cutting them a break for about $7 grand, is really what this is. But it covers all the fees that we have charged the city for the additional work that would not have been required. So you are being made whole by this.
Yeah. It has to be provable damages, and the only way to provable damages are your actual invoices.
Correct. We did, you can actually charge for, extra fuel, basically lost time by the public, things like that. There really wasn't a detour on this. People had to go about a block out of their way. Hard to really assign a value to that.
Yeah.
So ultimately it was decided there was no real loss on that based on conversations with staff. So again, our fees were the real damages to the city. So it's by doing this, it's really goodwill towards the contractor, to be honest.
So after we approve this one, now we are closing out the project.
Very
Really close.
And the
in fact,
issues being,
we were
$200.
within a whisker of recommending acceptance of the project tonight so that we can start the audit process through the DOT. Craig found something. It was you, right? Not Scott. It was you, right?
Well, someone told me, yeah.
Somebody told him that one of the manhole box outs is rocking. I actually drove it tonight, and yes, one of the corners is actually sticking up. So, before we recommend acceptance, we want Rachi to repair that. Biggest reason is because on the DOT projects like this, you do not have a warranty. You cannot require the contractor to come back after you've accepted this to fix it. So it's important that we do not accept the project tonight, or they're off the hook.
How much is the cost of this fix?
Minimal.
it'll be costing more to drive here.
Yes, but you still want it fixed.
Absolutely.
And you do still have $30,000 worth of retainage to hold over their head, and that will motivate them far more than anything else at this point in time. So.
We're talking about Bruntelli. It won't motivate them.
Actions to be done this not Telly.
Alrighty. So, approval of change order. I need a roll call on. And
Ready? Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Hesenius, Harmader,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
And then item Q, I need a motion for approval of pay estimate number 8 to Rochester Construction for West First Street reconstruction. This one you do not want us to accept?
This,
We
I
can-
do recommend paying this one, yes.
Okay.
Motion.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Andrew. Anybody got any questions? We're close. Roll call.
Hesenius,
Yes.
Harmader,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Elwick.
Yes.
All right, moving on to item, I guess now that would be considered order. Do that, but anyhow, now I need a motion to approve a quote from Schmick Excavating for Marvin Lindsay Water Project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Tammy. So I assume this is water and sewer.
Yes.
So we're gonna use some of the funds that were coming off from the rent for the property we own to pay for this.
That is if council and yourself, Mayor, wishes to approve that.
Are you slowing down for the year yet?
I hope so. We do have a tournament the 21st and 22nd of September, and then maybe a week in October. We have one scheduled.
So I wanna make sure we're doing that outside of their windows if they so approve this. But we
So I
haven't done
remember-
this year.
I remember talking about this, so tell me again what this is doing.
Getting rid of the septic tank.
Yep.
That can't handle all the flows and bringing in water off the water main end.
And the last time we talked about this was how big and how everything else, and we got it
Yep.
all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Nate should probably help out on that to make sure it's all sized right.
I thought when Nate was here talking about this, Edwards was here talking about this, if they expand the bathrooms, whether the 4-inch was gonna handle that distance.
Well, we talked about being how flat it would have to run, that would have to be upsized anyhow.
This came up months ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were gonna briefly look at it, you kinda made a I thought you were here when we made the
Yeah, I
recommendation.
thought I looked it up. I've got in my head that we talked about 6-inch.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what.
So before we order materials, can we make sure we get maybe Nate just to look at it quick and,
Yes, that's, I mean, we need.
Matt said there was enough slope, he said he had over 2 foot of extra, extra fall.
super, that's great.
For
Just
four-
get the elevations
For 4
again.
inch, so whether you wanna go with 6 or 4, but there would be enough slope for 4 inches.
I don't wanna just size it for what we have now, because if they do expand, I wanna make sure we're covered for the future.
That's what we talked.
But yeah, if you can get those elevations for Matt and get them to Nate, he can do a quick little thing to say, hey, this is perfect. Sound good? Roll call.
Harmader,
Yes.
Hesenius.
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
There she is.
Raker,
Yes.
Stark Mahood.
Super.
If you build it, they will come.
All right, now I need a motion approval material quote from Dakota Supply Group Marvin Lindsay Water Project. Pending, I gotta guess, his final okay that the sizes are right. Can I do
Motion.
that?
Sorry.
Motion by Tammy, second by Ron. Any got questions?
I assume that quote's got the 4 and the 6 on it, so whichever one you decide, you would just obviously take the other one off.
Yep.
Take it off.
Roll call.
Raker,
Yes.
Harmader,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Hesenius.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to item U, 9A motion approval of special event application for Nathan's Miles Glow Run on October 12th.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Zach. Always a great event. In memory of our past council member. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? None. Now the fun part. Now it's time to set a date and time for trick or treating. Let's do it October 1st this year. Just to throw everybody for a loop. I would say October 31st. What we do normally 5 to 7. I know we tried to do it different last year.
Yeah, we went to 8
Last
last year.
2 years, it's been 3.
Yeah. Because it used to be 7 and.
People kept coming. So you guys want to stick to 5 to 8? 5:30 to 8?
I like 5 to 8.
All right. All those in favor of on the 31st, 5 to 8?
Aye.
Aye.
It is
Aye.
so set. Reports, Mr. Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. Just only a couple of things. One, just a reminder, I will be attending the ICMA annual conference at the end of next week throughout, and hopefully I should be back in time for the next council meeting because it ends on Wednesday and it's in Pittsburgh. Also, we had inspection yesterday with EMC Insurance and have been informed that our actual blanket policy and our workman comps insurance will be going down. Our mods are actually going down, so it looks like our city insurance, not health insurance, but our city actual insurance should be more affordable in the near future. And also at the next meeting, there will be an ordinance for traffic control for J Avenue and 9th Streets because the approaches are about to get poured, and once those streets open up, they're going to need traffic control, and we need to have an ordinance for that. That is all I have, Mayor and Council, at this time.
Holy. Right?
Sounds like we need to put a few more antennas up on the water towers for the tanless. We don't have enough coverage, I guess, the way Kevin talked, so we'll be climbing up there. The actuators we got for the returns, we got them installed, and then when we went to get them wired up, they must have sent us the wrong ones, so that was fault at the factory, I hope, it sounds like, so either they're going to try to make these work, or they're gonna have to send us different ones, so hopefully we don't have to drain the tanks again to swap everything out, but I'm gonna stay positive and it's gonna work out. They are working better, even with the new valves on there, we can manually adjust them, so that's all good. So. And I think we're getting closer to being able to do our BODs again, so we're finally getting our testing to where it's making the state.
Making us compliant, so they're not slapping us on the hand again.
Well, no, that was a TSS, that was, that was partially with the valves in there, but our blanks didn't deplete, or they're depleting too much, so we had to do a bunch of testing and different runs. We finally found some RO water through Hy-Vee that seems to be working, so we're hoping within the end of the month or first part of next month we'll get back to being able to do our own BODs and CBODs instead of sending them up to Cedar Falls. So back to saving a little bit of money, I guess.
Perfect.
Have we done anything with the end of 9th Avenue yet?
We discussed it.
Has anybody done what I suggested yet?
What, walk it?
Yes.
Yeah, but there's something else that we've found out with some other research, obviously. The issue seems to only appear at the time of sprinkling, when the sprinkling happens.
Right.
Not that, because if it was a leak, it would be constant all the time, but it's not.
I do understand that, but if the leak is small enough, then with the watering, it would contribute to that too.
Yes, it could. It could. I haven't walked it myself out there, but
gave you an idea.
I know. I have the idea, and I have made the contact.
How many months ago?
Made the contact.
How many months ago?
A few months ago. And Craig and I did go out there and walk around on the golf course, but we did not go back there into that area. I could reach
I'm
out
not
to.
going back in there because it's got poison in it.
I didn't tell you to. What did I say it again?
Council could do it.
No, I could call AmeriCorps again, and I will do that this upcoming week.
We'll get close.
Give us a couple more months, let the frost kill the poison ivy.
I'll walk right through it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't like pitch that much.
Don't bother me.
So that's just the pressure. What about the sediment and everything there?
I would assume that once the flow starts going up, it's breaking
Okay.
stuff loose that's in the pipe. Even though he flushes them, it just doesn't get the good scour that I suppose those continuous hours of sprinkle running is doing. Scour the pipe.
Scour the pipe.
Is there a chance of any water hammer causing that too when that valve opens up? And
Absolutely could be.
That was my theory.
yeah,
We talked about that.
so I checked into.
Talking about this, Nate.
Always talk to me, but I don't know what's going on.
So we got a water main, some services over by the hospital golf course that some people are complaining they got very low water pressure, which can be attributable to all the sprinklers turning on. I get that. But they're also saying they're getting like dirty water, or is it,
Yeah, it's got a brown light.
and we can't figure out where that's coming from. But it only happens when sprinklers turn on.
Well, I thought it was last time. I thought it was happening all the time.
No, it was confirmed. I got a call this week confirming it was only during.
How
when
many
sprinklers
houses are we
happened.
talking about? I mean, is it 5, 10, 2?
We got all the condos from.
Yeah,
They're all having issues.
Yeah.
now they are.
Well, even there's a few. Well, I talked to one person south of where the country club hooks up to, and they noticed the water loss.
So we have two
Not the dirty
issues.
water.
Loss of pressure, but we do have a minimum that we're supposed to maintain. What is that number?
20.
Do you think they're anywhere close to that?
No,
No,
I think
no,
it drops down to
no.
30 or 35. So it's a nuisance for them. As we found out that.
Then we have the other issue is the dirty water.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe the water hammer's doing that. We can figure that out.
Well, you're pulling 2 booster pumps, 2 6-inch lines for the hospital to the clinic, one for the hospital, one for the clinic. Each of them have booster pumps in them, and you're pulling a 4-inch for the country club for their when they sprinkle, plus all the houses along that 6-inch or all the way down,
Mhm.
so you don't have enough volume in the first place.
So what
So
we talked
technically-
about is an adjacent line also to supply another
Technically, we do have enough. We're still above our minimum.
Not with 2 booster pumps running, no.
Is that right?
You're
Well,
pulling-
during the day it's all right. It's just when they water at night is when the pressure drops down.
But is it still dropping below 20?
No, it doesn't drop.
No, it's not.
The only time it dropped below 20 is when you open up that hydrant.
Right. Yeah. When we really aggressive flushing hydrants. So, yeah.
Okay.
Short
the last
story,
time I
Lewis
flushed
needs
it-
to hurry up.
Last time I flushed that hydrant, it didn't change the water at all. It was just as dirty when I started as when I finished up. So I let it run 15 minutes and it didn't do anything. So.
Would
And that's
auto
on a
flusher
plastic
help
main,
on that?
so.
Would an auto flusher help on that, or is that just gonna kill it some more?
It might cause more harm than good if
Yeah.
you're already low pressure and, it depends on how long you're flushing too, or how long the line is and the volume and everything. I'm happy to take a look at it and see, we're with Bell Plain, and they had a lot of flushing. We helped develop an entire flushing plan for the city. So it might, if it's flushing that long and it's not getting clean, maybe there's some other things that can be done to help operate some valves and things to help get it flushed. I need to look at the map. I need more information before I can really talk about it.
Maps on the wall.
We gotta get it figured out.
You gotta get it figured
We
out.
gotta get it figured out.
Yeah, maps right here.
We don't need an answer tonight, Nate.
Maybe he's working for free.
Yeah.
He's working
Well,
for free.
it's all the same bill right now.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like we need to put a few more ponds in.
and they need to start drawing out of their ponds to water their grass.
They don't need a pond, they got a whole river.
River right down the
Well,
hole.
but then you gotta get the Army Corps of Engineers and the Department of Natural Resources involved.
Yes. All right, so Nate's gonna look at that and see if he can help you out, Craig.
Good.
Anything else?
No.
All right, Melissa?
Nothing wild and crazy. We have flyers out in the bills September 1st, and now this next billing that'll go out tomorrow with fall cleanup information. So we've had a few inquiries about that already. People asking if we're going to do curbside again, so they're excited that we are. So just status quo otherwise.
Good. Got anything? Nothing.
Nothing?
Not one thing.
Nope. Not a thing. You got anything for Ted? For myself?
No, I already texted him today.
Oh.
I just need one thing from her, I'm not moving on.
I don't know. I've never been to these. What's supposed to ask you a question or what?
No, you're supposed to tell me how great the city is being protected right now by your fine people in blue.
Well, that is true. So I can confirm that.
I've got one.
Nope, we got one.
Yeah. Apparently the PD was too busy to answer a call on a skunk in a trap up in the condos by the hospital.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was yesterday.
Oh, way to go. Plausible deniability. Did you hear this? What's going?
And yours truly got to deal with it, and
Did one of our police cars get hit? I heard
Not
that.
recently.
A guy at work today said it was on the news.
It was a Vinton lady that hit a car in Cedar Rapids.
yeah.
Hit a police
Okay,
car.
okay. I want to clarify that.
This is how misinformation gets started.
I asked the question,
Exactly.
so I can squelch this tomorrow.
Anything else?
Tell Julie that didn't happen.
Usual September stuff. Don't forget your property taxes are due. We'll get working on that. I'll have that meeting with them on Monday. If that's sorted out, we'll be moving ahead. Good and welfare. What we got?
My kid's birthday's tomorrow.
Everybody, please thank Zach for taking care of the skunk gum.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my skunk story after the meeting. So, something very similar. So, anybody got anything else?
On a personal note, I saw an August reference to one of our work sessions, and then today is the 12th. So I quickly texted my wife, happy anniversary, because our anniversary is August 12th. But today's not August 12th.
No, Andrew.
So I quickly texted her, oops. We'll see how that plays out.
I'm
at home.
sorry, this was it was hung up in my phone. I sent it on August 12th.
You should have saved yourself by saying this is for next year.
That Carol.
Wow.
Oh,
Lucky
she'll
woman.
understand.
Yes, she is.
Sorry, I was a little late to the meeting.
You're
I
fine.
was assisting in feeding the football team tonight.
Oh, good deal.
Good deal. You had tacos.
We did.
Amazing what I know, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kinda
Especially when I don't have
scary.
anybody with football.
That's a little creepy.
Yes.
Riley's home. She's very sick. She wants to go to bed.
Riley, you can go. I'll let you go here in a second. The good and welfare is that I still have 10 minutes to spare on my beating the sermon.
My sermon is 20 minutes long. You lost already.
I had 50 minutes.
You wish. Actually, do you wish? I can deliver 50 minutes.
I don't think I haven't been in there when it wasn't 50 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
All right, well, when you see me in there next time with a stopwatch in the background,
All right,
and then I'll stand up and say, 20 minutes, you're done.
I'll take that bet. What are you betting?
He likes betting.
Raffle beers.
Well, he gives out money to the kids. Maybe you ought to give them out to the adults.
Oh, no.
If I would have invested all the kids' money that you would have given them over the years, I wouldn't even have to work.
I'd be that long. It's just 6 months.
All right, I need a
Go
motion for
find some
adjournment.
cheap day.
Motion by Ron.
Second.